Let's go.
Check. Lamba. Quentin Richardson.
Gosto. Não, gosto dele.
Stalin. Oh, Çolak nasıl? Cervene, Çalmiç.
The Thunder play one at home. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Going to bring you the NBA right here on 2K Sports. We got a chance now for our starting lineup from point guard to center. This game should be a good one. And guys, what do you think we'll be seeing from Serge Ibaka in this one?
No, it didn't take me.
Nice.
One of the best shot blockers in the league. He has impeccable timing, and he's so athletic and tall with long arms. So he's really able to bother offensive players. Ibaka just gives you everything you want out of a hustle player. I mean, he plays tough in your face D, and on offense, he's got no problem banging down low for extra possessions. He's becoming a little more polished in his face-up game.
Take a look at the Heat. This is a critical time for them. They've got guys, a lot of away games coming up, and it's a stretch that's going to be a very, very difficult test.
I think for Miami, they've been very solid early on. I've been quite impressed with this team. But for a team with championship aspirations, solid just isn't quite good enough. Well, such a tough league. So many good teams, Clark. But, it's a long season and plenty of time to get into gear. I think, playoff seeding is important, but the biggest thing right now is to try to get into the groove and find their stride. That was an outstanding kick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
And just about a minute into the first quarter.
Kevin Durant is one of the most laid-back.
Oh,
competitor on the court as anyone else in the league. He's a superstar because he has the talent, but also the drive.
Now let's send it over to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with Scott Brooks.
There are a lot of big names to deal with in this one.
oh, wow.
He told me plenty for LeBron is because he can do so much on the floor, saying there isn't a hole in his game. The only real way to slow him down is to get him working against himself. Physically, there is no answer for LeBron.
Thanks a lot, Doris. I think when you talk about the drive of Kevin Durant, Clark, it all comes from his love of the game.
I love
Cheers.
talent, and you can see the inherent joy
Kevin Durant в пляскавите си години в Оклахома.
He's a big time.
Оле,
He
it's
just
the
loves to work
top
on
kid.
the game and continue to refine his skills. He's a
That
joy to watch.
defense.
Boy, his free throw shooting, just another reason he's such a good all-around player.
LeBron kicks to Shumpert. No what? Great D that time from Durant. Thunder have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Lamb passes to about. Outside for Durant. He extended Shumpert with the lead.
Oh. E aí? Grana Santos na
Old
interesse.
school time now. He broke to the rack, Kev.
That is raw power.
Я не мога да я подам.
Final
He's shaking. Such an aggressive attitude he has. No invitation needed for him to take it strong to the basket. You know, with the recent success of Oklahoma City, you forget that in Kevin Durant's first season, they started out going 3-29. And I tell you what, you talk about their success, it's due to the resilience and perseverance and leadership of Kevin Durant and the rest of those guys.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but you know the defense still needs to keep an eye on him.
Bosch, double team. Good points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Отвратително смята.
Straight make right out the shoot.
Раздали.
A pretty high standard for himself here.
Yeah, it's the kind of start you want every game, but of course you rarely get it.
Quentin Richardson's checked in for Kendrick Perkins. Well, there is a culture of hard work and sport.
Ай, това е как няма да е фанал, да супер пас подане между ръцете от на чекане.
But it's the whole organization, don't you think?
No question. It's the culture that was set. Scott Brooks has continued to kind of establish that atmosphere in the locker room. And they have players who just want to work and want to get better. And when you have a large group of people all with that same approach, you're going to be very successful. So last year, LeBron said that he was as a player, both physically and spiritually. You could see it in his eyes, just so confident. Even when things aren't going well, he now has the fortitude to make his way through that and continue to play and finish the game.
Corey Brewer's checked in for Chris Bosh. And Westbrook, here we go.
Ау, каква мъзносия. Викам, точно на помпи сега.
Almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
The Heat making a switch here. That's a blocking foul, and he'll shoot free throws. Well, when you think about the level that LeBron is playing at right now,
Never be добре, never be добре.
I think it's just a matter of his
Me no like.
picking and choosing his spots. I think his skill set is fantastic.
It's
It's just a matter of staying the course. I don't see much improvement there. He's a terrific shooter from the
Yeah.
floating end inside. He drives it, makes his free throws, passes the ball, rebounds, defense. He wants to be in that 50, 40, 90 club on his shooting percentage. I think he'll make it happen.
Он е стъпал отвънка въобще не
That's just a
гледа.
major unforced
My
error right there, guys. My goodness.
Shane Battier is checked in for LeBron. Back to Anderson.
Айде.
And he goes up
Yeah.
strong with one
Обаче
hand,
се
pushes it
сблъскаха
down.
там е.
A high quality
Yeah,
shot is
yeah,
almost
yeah.
always going to come off the rebound like that.
Само че не
He
може да
is
се
so good at working his way inside, holding off the defenders under the glass, and being in the right position.
Knows how to use his body.
Yeah, and I just like the way he persistently pursues the pumpkin.
Антай, ти се сега.
Richardson dishes to separation.
Гати, не мога да се даде.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does it.
Well, he should stay with those basics in a tight ball game because we've got one here tonight.
And the Thunder pushing it up now. Here's Adams.
О, Аквамен.
Fast break.
Оня,
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
дала тира.
That's what you call early offense.
Richardson pitch to Adams. And it's blocked by Battier.
Коя ли ме полезна.
Anderson against Jackson.
Ah,
And
толкова
that'll be
топа.
Miami as it goes out of bounds.
Ah.
Possession. A different look for Miami.
Топ.
Bernado's checked in, and it's Allen in for Chris Anderson. Full the pass to Battier. And there's the feet to Brewer. Kicks it out to Allen.
O, działa to.
Tak.
Offensive rebound. Let's the
No, spadł na pust.
Again, Allen missing.
Na pust.
Yeah, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Got that right. I mean, he'll do it from three-point land or
Hey,
because he is a deadly shooter. You've got to do a better job defensively.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low.
Udraj, udraj.
A nie,
I think anytime you have success
on
on one side, you got to continue to go to the well.
There's 38 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
Yeah, he's
I
a terror
inaczej
in the passing.
uplosł.
He loves to lay back a bit, kind of play possum,
I
and
podlotkę
anticipate and
wiecie,
dash
a.
out, pick off those careless passes.
And he is also a very rugged player at the defensive end. I mean, he will pull his way through any screen if it means staying on his man.
Now here's Jackson. 11 points last game. Right side Jackson. Now the pass to Roberson.
Nie tam! Passa na prawo.
On the wing through it.
O, uskoczyłem.
And the layup's good off the glass.
Everybody on the floor is hot. Incredible stuff here in the early stages.
Tell you what, both teams playing downhill. Who's going to blink first?
Jackson dishes to Cephalosha. Another shot. Combs with the bucket.
Dawaj,
Giving
bom.
them an opportunity at second chance points with some hard work on the glass there.
O, nie, jasne.
I fale.
Quarter of play, we've seen plenty of offense so far.
Ako wyjdzie, to
And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
Dostępny permanentną.
Next Wednesday, January
Ужасно,
15th,
ужасно.
in Duncan at the Step.
So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Heat.
They got to be happy with their defense right now, and they're converting turnovers into points.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition
Boże,
game has
to na niego, to na niego na
They've got Shane Battier, Stoudemire out there with Jarvis for up, Bennett Allen, and it's Cole in at the one.
Well, you never doubt the role that Kendrick Perkins plays on the team. I mean, he's there to clog up the middle, rebound, and be a physical presence. He embraces that. He excels in that role. But you know what? One of the things that he's improved on is being a better passer from the center position.
And you know that's going to be goaltending.
Ej, to człowiek jak
But you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the
A
ball.
ja.
But that one's going to count.
That whistle got a big response from this crowd, and it is not a favorable one.
I'll tell you what, the fans can't believe that they made that call.
And for Perkins, so a pretty high turnover ratio for a big guy who's not supposed to do a whole lot on the offensive side.
Tak,
Critics, the big
cara,
Perkins, he's a
baka.
tremendous defensive player.
Sešti pakat konguana, co si španský pasport, Real Madrid gra,
He brings a lot of value to this
Dale.
team at the defensive end of the
nekad je
It's one thing to intimidate with your players,
Oh.
it's another to get in the face of a player's shot you just blocked. Last season, Ibaka took us that next level. Ruffled some feathers by doing just that.
And the Heat making a change here. James is checked in. And again,
Oh.
Oklahoma City.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick, just couldn't get the
Mała.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity. Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
That's the play. We're
To
gonna
jest
it's all said and done.
Jack Jumper.
About to get decisive. I remember seeing him get into it. In fact, with Coach Brooks, when he was sent out of a game, there was that flagrant foul against Blake Griffin. He's got a few.
Well, he's showing a little bit of a hot head. It's
Au, revenge. Zabroto dziecko słowa.
Showing emotion.
exactly. As long as he's
Łe,
control.
pukiem Durant, spurty wszystko. To
Look at
było.
Miami. They took their win in their last game against the Trailblazers in the Rose Garden.
And they did just what you have to do as a road team, guys. They never allowed any momentum to build up.
Kwestia nie na żysta.
Seemed like every time they took a punch, they had a counter.
You'll like this, Steve. Reverse spurtability, we call that. Immediately made up for it with some instant offense. They have immediately rolled inside in the first half, guys.
That sure has, Clark. With as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
The Thunder with the lead. They went to Miami for their last meeting with the Heat and came out with a win.
Yeah, and it seemed like the difference in that game, guys, was the defensive effort. They forced a lot of turnovers, and that allowed them to get out and get some easy looks in transition.
And Durant, here we go. Vince kicks to Durant. And another shot. Can't get it to go. And it's Miami the other way. From about 16. Pickens inside. Working on Stoudemire. Westbrook passes it to Lamb. Picks it to Durant. He feeds it to Lamb. Passes it to Ibaka. Lamb. Makes it again. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Such a strong defensive performance.
So now,
Well, you know what was remarkable about it, Kevin, was how many turnovers there were. It wasn't all about defense. There was some sloppy ball handling taking place on the other side.
And that one's good. Oklahoma City comes into this one after the win against the Wizards in Washington.
And, guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And do it on the road, too. I mean, with the way they just the entire time.
That was some skill there. Nice use of the bounce pass.
Oklahoma City's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Westbrook dishes to Lamb. Excellent defense from Stoudemire. Miami trailing. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns at U.S. Airways 7. And that game became 3 of 5 from home.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
And that call gets an instant reaction from the fans.
Well, that's a whistle that did not go over very well.
And the Thunder making a change here. Richardson's
Oh,
checked in.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
dois.
Tough by Shumpert.
Executed to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Well, unless you're the team getting dunked on, of course.
You know, people look at Mario Chalmers and say he might not be your typical point guard. He's not a big-time penetrator or playmaker, but he's a good fit for the Heat with his active defense and spot-up shooting from long range. I think it's a hand-in-glove fit.
Thunder trailing by 3. Outside Westbrook. Back to Richardson. Richardson missing again.
Surprised that he had that much room to work with.
And Chalmers, a 3-time All-American, NCAA champion his junior season at Kansas, received the Most Outstanding Player Award for that 2008 tournament.
Hit what was probably the biggest shot in Kansas history, the three-pointer that sent that game against Memphis into overtime that allowed the Jayhawks to go on and win that national championship.
And the Heat with some changes. Grego, he's checked in for Stoudemire. Anderson comes in for Chris Bosh. And Corey Brewers subbed in for Iman Shumpert.
Видите, какой он ракета
Talking about Chris Anderson, guys, the Birdman. We weren't sure if he was going to be able to play last season, but he did latch on with a very good Miami Heat team who was in need of some which is his strength. He still can do that and block shots as well.
Oklahoma City trailing. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
There's the pick. Durant kicks to Jackson. Back to Durant. This one. It's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Sometimes when you trail, you want to make up that entire deficit with one shot. I think they've got to be
All these threes haven't helped their cause, so they're trying to catch fire from there. Just haven't been able to do it. Another shot from outside. They're not attacking. I mean, going in and seeking contact like they did in the first one. I'm not seeing that.
Well, you can't play the score. I mean, you've got to play the game, and I think they've got to continue to attack. You're right, Clark. Got to mix it up a little bit.
Serge Ibaka has checked in for Oklahoma City. Here's Jackson, and again Oklahoma City with the triple.
They found the open man on the perimeter and got the ball to him.
Deflects the pass.
Yeah.
Ahead.
Yeah.
Out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession. Brewer with the steal. And a tight game here as we and ahead up two. Keep it here for the sprint.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Hi and welcome.
Out in Denver, it'll be the
Frente
Nuggets
do
against
Magna
the
que
Rockets.
fala.
The
Não foi pouco coisa.
Time report presented by
Ele
Sprint.
só pouco coisa.
And now the start of the second half.
Dois.
Neither side jumping out ahead.
Já.
An excellent game we've seen from LeBron. He's got 19 points and a total of 7 points for him from the line.
Now, he's worked hard to get those numbers, Clark, and 7 free throws.
Ô, Timiata.
Get set up, keep the opponent.
Four with Perkins at the pivot. Backcourt tandem, Westbrook and Jeremy Lamb. And it's Durant in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Ibaka with some nice deals.
You know, one thing with Scott Brooks, guys, he's very consistent with his message. You listen in on those timeouts. It's all about getting stops. Defense, 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 and letting their offense come from that.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Excellent vision by Durant. What a nice pass.
Stoudemire gets to Shumpert. Hits the 3-point bomb. Shumpert's got 7 points.
How about that for a response?
They will say they can give the 3 as well as they can take the 3.
Ah!
Stayed
Tá no
his
13.
rotations too.
And there's no doubt players appreciate knowing that.
Oh.
A lot of critics have been surprised at how Brooks has stuck to his lineups. Some
Rosinho
lineups that didn't
iniciado.
seem to be all that effective. You know, his usual starting lineup with Cephalosha and Perkins on the floor hasn't been their best in terms of plus minus, but Brooks very loyal.
Ó, no tênis tá falso.
Tipped. For Miami, they've gone 2 of 3 from the
Ah,
field to
né?
start the second half.
Do setor. Qual até
All
mais?
they need.
Well, guys, you could argue that LeBron James and
Você
Kevin
tá mal, Vinícius me gostou,
each other's
essa
biggest
tá mal,
rivals, and yet off the NBA hardwoods, they're friends. Team USA teammates, and they even work out together at times in the offseason.
Here's Stoudemire. Good in the
Nossa,
assist
cara.
goes to
Ó, o cara
LeBron.
que machaca na
LeBron's got
fome,
his
que
4th
tá
assist with that
precisando.
last one here tonight. Speaking about that friendship between LeBron and Durant, that's becoming, it seems, Steve,
Nós legendários, o Super Sick
Playing against each other in AAU ball during the summers, and of course with cell phones and social media, they stay in contact a lot more than players used to back in the old days.
the shot's good from Westbrook.
That's 2
Oh.
straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
They better not make it 3 straight, because now all of a sudden
Oh.
you're looking at 6 straight.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yes, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Westbrook. Perkins, the pass to Westbrook. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Back to Perkins. And
Nossa, paus, cara, puta, saca.
that'll be his second foul
O
of the
chute da
game.
saca do
Looked to
lugar.
me like the defender didn't get squared up and get his feet set.
Good work by the officials. A nice call. That play can be tough to judge sometimes.
Shot clock at 6. Baseline Jay away. And there's the whistle. Foul hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
You look back to that 2008 draft.
Oh,
The
treta
then
част,
Sonics now
трета
found
част
Westbrook
на
at the 4 spot. And a lot of people thought that was a reach, but
и
to
меньше.
review the
О,
draft right now, and he has a legitimate case
А.
of being the #1 pick.
Да,
Moment here to take a look at some of the numbers for Russell Westbrook. Third in scoring, and defensively, he's been really good. He ranks in the top 20 in the league in steals.
And Steve, you mentioned his unbelievable points per game ranking. I mean, this guy is a guy I would call bucket.
Miami dishes to Westbrook.
Ej, paket.
He stays with it. Durant
Hvala
attacking.
čovjeku.
Raj with some nice D.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task. Stopping.
Ali, когато тръгна с shooting motion да не правиш там, Как топката пална му, палка парите вече пална.
Become a full-time point guard.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. I think you always have to look at players not just for what they might become, but what are they when they get
О,
to
смята не би трябвало да... О!
aggressive.
Абе!
Get better. When you got those attributes in his athleticism, you're going to be a difference maker in the league, and he's proven that to be the case.
Добре, че нахвал.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside.
О, yes! 72-3 той наскочно.
Putting something extra on it.
Е,
That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark. You know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, it's startling that he'd even try that right now.
Oh,
Man, a
God.
gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
The Heat trail by 6. And
Ej,
stolen
urez,
by Booker.
sam sam sam.
And here comes Durant.
О, един път те спомни да имат гиш, а не е
Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Але,
That's why you
Пол,
want
але,
the
кой
other team to
гледа
feel
ти?
uncomfortable handling the ball because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
The Heat making a switch here, and it's Oklahoma City's ball. They're on a
О, то въобще не
The Thunder
търпи.
have been coming through at the chest.
О, Андерто,
He's off on the first.
Scarface.
And he sinks the second. Miami's gone 1-2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball. As it goes
Оклахома.
up.
Познаем се
One
Шамай.
asset to a team. When you've
Шамай
got big
с
men who can
Шамай.
knock down free
О,
throws,
дето.
look here at the top centers
Now,
and
let's
power
just
forwards in
discuss.
terms of free throw percentage this season. The 4th spot held by Chris Bosh.
Well, a lot of these big men take the confidence they have in the paint straight to the free throw line.
О, Гома се направи. Няма кош.
Ryan, those numbers in general, the composure of all those players.
Я гон
Free
тени.
throw line.
Що
Serge
те
Ibaka
буй.
is checked in for Hashim Thabit.
Ай.
And that one misses.
Really not hard to argue that Ray Allen is one of the greatest shooters of all time, but with his ability to stay healthy and still contribute, how much longer can he play? I mean, that shot isn't going away anytime soon, fellas.
Ах, как те. Винаги си казвам
Myers
с
got 6
това
here in
са
this
той
quarter.
тигър.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we
Нали,
haven't seen enough of that.
готово.
He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Ей, как някой...
It's taken away by Brewer. And it is
Ау, мощна са.
Jam.
Terrible transition defense there.
I think it would have been pointless, Steve. There was no way anybody was beating him to the basket there.
We talk about the longevity of Ray Allen. He's had some ankle and foot injuries over his career, but his conditioning speed has never been a question.
Never. And his style of play,
Откъде е
runs
този
defenders around,
какъв
coming off speed,
Гома.
demands that kind of fitness. Well, from him and of course whoever started as well.
And Stoudemire slams it in.
Now, that was pretty. That was just a nice-looking reverse jam right there.
Use the rim, Clark, to protect the ball, I think, too, a little bit.
Yeah, did a nice
О!
job.
Terrific fit.
9.
The defense looking a little bit dazed now. Should slow down there.
For a player of his size.
Not bad at all. How about that spring coming out of those legs?
Allen outside.
А, няма
Stoudemire gets the
дрибъл.
boot. Pass to Chalmers. There's the dish to Bosh.
Ой, динозавър.
As it goes
Са
to the box.
пълнавънка, приятели.
Look up there on what's really
Този
a pretty basic-
велосираптор.
A different look for Miami. LeBron comes in for Ray Allen. And it's a non-jumper in for
Али
Mario
ти до
Chalmers.
него е, човек.
Езде, Костанурка.
really put his foot on the pedal.
Ah, ne stvari. Ah, ti bonus.
Tavo Cephalosha stepped in for the Thunder.
O, dobre mače za sve.
Here's LeBron.
Ale,
16 points in the game.
to su čipsi, plezi, ne plezi, već
So, he
frajer.
has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. I mean, his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
It's Durant with the drive. Fade away. It's hauled in by LeBron. LeBron's got his fourth rebound in this one.
Kad
Rejected
je
by
pa poneti...
Cephalosha.
Penso que tá.
Inside Durant. Fires the three.
Ah!
Fall for him. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game.
Ok, sì.
Next Sunday night.
January.
Ok, sì, ok, sono... Sim,
Hello and thanks for
ok.
joining us, folks. The fourth quarter should begin momentarily. Hey guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Thunder.
How about all the points they're getting off turnover?
The number of second chance
Hey,
points they've gotten
lui,
is also
Kopci,
impressive. I mean, they've kept so many
Dawson
possessions
Mark.
alive with offensive rebounds.
On the floor for Miami,
Oh,
LeBron James and Chris
ja
Paul
to boš,
in those forward positions.
pa gotovo.
Shepard's out there with Chalmers. And it's Stoudemire in at the 5 down low.
Nice job
Ne
there,
mogu.
attacking the rim and drawing
O, to je
contact.
panel.
Ue, eto
The
go
defense
jedinja na
had no
100
choice but to
kad
foul
sam
in order
prijatelj
to
imao.
save the dunk.
Corey Brewer's checked in for Miami.
Hvala.
Second free throw.
Ti koliko ste već stalo?
The Heat trail by 8.
Dakle, ona hoće pozdraviti.
Here's LeBron.
Au!
Throws it up. The official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play.
Nice.
It's on Kevin Durant.
Well, the
Ja,
number
la, 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 la,
one
la.
for defense when you face this guy is to keep him getting anywhere from the basket because he's just so strong.
Pozdrav do kad
You
pije
can't talk
topci,
about
a?
him without mentioning his great passing ability. Not just the right pass, not just perfect placement, but excellent timing to string his guys for the best possible look.
Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Russell Westbrook.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half.
Oh,
After
and
making just one, much
Pa
has been made
mi ja
about
to
some
već
of
već.
Westbrook's
A, Quentin Richard. Bla, zabalom osvršno. Dok pa kotkata me puskaš jedno signala.
And Clark, you mentioned the pregame dunks for LeBron, a devastating finisher. Some have asked why he's never competed in the All-Star Slam Dunk competition. In fact, I say that every
Keyifliyim.
this competition.
Wouldn't it be nice? In fact, I think Magic Johnson even put up a $1 million incentive for him to compete. Yeah, it would be incredible to see. I don't know. I think it's become almost a chore these days to enter, but it would be fantastic to see him out there.
Baseline jumper. Here's Stoudemire.
Oh,
Picking up the assist. 14 points from Amari Stoudemire.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
Westbrook passes to Lang. They get it back. Ibaka. This is the Perkins. Here's Richardson. Miami grabs the miss. LeBron's got his fifth rebound in this one.
Strong on the board. There's no
ci kalpa to sve, ale fokus, boli.
really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they're just giving them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. It's got to force the ball
Działajcie!
out to the perimeter.
Acho que são completamente sucesso.
And it's Shumpert penetrating. Chalmers.
Ne.
And
Aaaa!
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Miami.
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin. Closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the
Ah,
transition
escuta,
game,
aqui,
too.
Matheus.
I mean, they've really run the
Deixa eu
breakaway.
macutar.
How was
Oi,
timeout called by Oklahoma City?
You know, all coaches,
Mano, znaš što ne može.
defensively, when you give up easy points in the paint, that's inexcusable. So that's the reason for this timeout.
I think it came down to the fact they were getting beat inside, and that's why the coach called timeout. They were not winning the battle inside.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, Kevin, during that break, Coach Scott,
Zajmie to, czy to...
he was riding pretty hard.
Zajmie to stokat.
They've committed in this game.
Aha,
He said, listen, we need to have some defensive discipline. Stop fighting on the shot fakes. Stop reaching in. and stop giving them free points at the free throw line.
Evet,
They'll
ortaya
respond,
geçmiş.
guys.
Brewer's shot is off. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Westbrook kicks to
Ale
Perkins.
to nie...
Outside Durant. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Inside to Perkins.
Часто вы зарвали на пауш.
This game going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up these...
Давай, давай, накрутил!
Exhibition game, not a close game like this.
I mean, frustrated Steve is over there.
You know what, Jess? Come on, I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force.
And Lamb kicks to Durant. Oh, good on the three.
And he's having all sorts of problems with his shot. I'm not sure he even has a shot.
Just absolute domination in this one for Brewer. He has 8 points.
Vai.
With 2 steals. He's blown up some plays out there.
It shows you what an intelligent defender he can be on the ball. He really understands the game.
Myers checked in for the Heat. Under trailing by 4. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some.
Нет, нет.
As the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. It's going to send Kevin Durant to the line. It's on Chris Bosh.
Go!
7 around the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting.
Нема.
Scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
But they're finding the holes in the defense.
Thunder have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Westbrook passes to Lamb. It's Durant on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Lamb. Westbrook takes to Lamb. Takes a 3. They get it back.
Multiple possessions have been the story of the game, and even with the big lead, needs to be quicker to the ball.
His presence is very comforting for this team. He's kind of a fallback option for them anytime they need it.
Sure recognizes the situation because number 5.
Number 5. По-моему, интересует минута 4 секунды. Number 5. Steve Kerr жулится за школу. Steve Kerr. Sure, he recognizes the situation. Number 5. Он седнал, подчини. Сполз, браталя.
It's a 3-point game.
He's definitely the guy they want at the line in this situation. He loves these kinds of moments.
Westbrook wishes the land. And that comes off the assist.
Ох, че есть плюс, тебя приятно.
They've
been committing a lot of turnover.
That's
exactly what they're talking about right now.
They need to tighten it up. Цялата си мощ. Уж. Говоря Хикс. Това да кажа 82 на 82.
changes here for the Heat. LeBron comes in for Corey Brewer. And it's Norris Cole for Mario Tom.
Ебе, как се глупостта е. Ами, ако си взел 20.
Here's Westbrook. This is the land. Outside Durant from downtown. Oklahoma City, the rebound.
Tough play underneath to give
Мам. Айде, Сергей Ибаков.
Good on the first and good from the lead.
После 4 се.
And he hits both free throws here.
My.
So now it's a 2-point ball game.
Great composure at the line. A lot of pressure on those free throws, but he stepped up and buried.
4-on-3 break. Ibaka sets the pick for Lamb. Durant. Terrific.
Yes,
assist and nice finish. Solid play all around.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Gotta get quicker there. And even if it costs
Мале.
fouls,
Пък
start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
And Lamb kicks to Durant. For 3. And the
Пак,
shot
не трябва така. От арогантно всяка номер 8. Гледай!
He is plucked into within 2 points.
Boy, is it tough to stop LeBron right now.
The Thunder shooting 40.
Извинете. Колеска пачка. Голям пълен гол. Рискуйте ядето предаване, когато на месец. Искренка.
I think we'll see them turn the clock
За
a bit.
Олнера.
I think that's probably a smart move. I think so too. Durant against Shumpert. Wants to start him. It's rebounded by Durant. Oklahoma City shooting 47%, 37. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ballgame.
That was a critical trip to the strike. They have a 2-possession lead now.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
They tried to step in and cut him off.
Call him
It's
up.
not quick enough. And we have the benefit of replay, but I think
Нямам по усещане да края този матч. Не
And
знам
no free
защо.
throws. Good for Shumpert.
they really had to have those free throws.
Сега
It's
фал.
down to a 1-possession lead.
Ако го пане.
And here are the
Фала го
penalties.
стигна
First
до
intentional foul. No choice to stop the clock here.
Yeah, you got to freeze the
Поспой за не.
That's the enemy in this situation. Few misses at the line, and they're in good shape.
Има тайм-аут.
And both at the
Али?
line. That's a 4-point ballgame. Miami's on 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Offensive rebound. James. Nice defense from Perkins.
Great defense in the paint. They're making it tough on the offense.
That's what he brings, a presence. I mean, you saw it in that pitch.
I think this lead is
О,
Well, if not 100% safe, certainly 95%.
Here's Shumpert. So it's Oklahoma
и
City.
накрая.
They pulled off this swing, Clark, with respectable performances on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think it was just really a nice.
Yes, babe. Драма, драма, мама, баба. Направо ще аутнем. Защото е с смяната абсолютно няма смисъл.